Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my late review, okay, for 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way, Season 2, Episode 20. Look, I believe it's 2 more episodes to this season, but it's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves, okay? But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff and whatnot. We're gonna move on past the regular brick and mortar that we do, because y'all all know what most of y'all may know. If y'all follow Bonnie Blue, she had put up how some of her videos for 90 Day Fiance and also the family Sierra Chantel was flagged for copyright stuff for the thumbnails or the screenshots that we use to show y'all the peoples and stuff. So I had to make some adjustments to I didn't get any copyright strikes at all, but you never know. And so sometimes we have to take precaution just in case, okay? Because we have too many copyright strikes they can possibly take down your channel. So what I did was I had to find pictures that you reminded me of each person and whatnot. I use little cartoon characters so that way they can't say I was copyrighting and whatnot. So I found people, to reference each couple, okay? Now don't judge my picks, okay? Don't judge my picks, okay? First up, we got Kenny and Armando. Kenny and Armando is still over there in Mexico or whatever, trying to get their license to get married and stuff. So we see Kenny and Armando and little baby girl, what's her name? I don't know, little girl, little daughter or whatnot, is going to the clerk's office to get a denial so that they can then go to the human rights department or whatnot to fight them being told no. Anyway, so they get there, and the same lady who told them before, like, y'all would not be approved or whatnot, she says, well, no, it was not approved, and saying go to paperwork or whatever. Kenny then has Armando read what it say about them not being allowed to be married, because the marriage is supposed to be between a man and a woman. We'll just stumble. I'm gonna leave that be. So Kenny's upset. I'm upset because we moved here to this particular state or this particular city or whatever in Mexico, because it's supposedly legal to be married here. So it's effed up that we can't get married. And I'm feeling like, why don't y'all move somewhere else? Look, we already know it's fucked up when they will not allow gay people to be married. We get that. We 100% get that. And I'm not saying give up. But what I'm saying is, if y'all can live somewhere else where y'all can legally be married without having to jump through hoops of the human rights department, why not do that? Get married legally, live wherever, and still fight the fight of, we should be able to get married wherever else too. I don't know. And I feel like Kenny's issue was, like you said, we have to get married here so that I can be registered to live here. And then if I can be registered to live here, that's how I'm able to work. I'm like, but how you going to work in Mexico? You don't speak Spanish. You don't speak the language. You can't order tacos or burritos or even a salad there. How you going to do any kind of work there? What kind of job can you get in a country where you don't speak the language to even order food or leave your house without Armando? I'm like, that should be the first thing you... Matter of fact, how did you not learn to speak Spanish before moving there? If you want to work there, I'm not gonna move somewhere that don't speak my language and want to get a job. What the fuck is wrong with Kenny? So next up, okay, we have Devin. Okay, Devin is sitting around on the phone with her mama. Okay, they chit chatting. Well, she doesn't know her mama and her daddy, but we don't know him yet, so he don't have no picture. Anyway, she up there chit chatting with her about Ji-hoon. How did Ji-hoon do this and how did Ji-hoon do that? Devin asked, because the wedding coming up. So the mama coming to town and the daddy too come to town for the wedding or whatever. So Devin asked her mama, are you still mad at Ji-hoon because he, let Drusilla run into the street, even though she don't listen to us either, even though she's probably ran in the street 18,755 times before with just me and you, because she don't listen to nobody? So why blame Ji-hoon? I'm gonna leave that be. The mama said yes. I am still upset with him for Drusilla doing something that she do to us all the time. We'll just not listen. Anyway, I want to wait until Ji-hoon can prove to me that he has, gotten better for me to forgive him. Even though Devin is saying, oh, he's much better now, Mom. I'm looking like, both y'all fucked up, so who cares? Anyway, so the mama get there, whatever, the mama, the daddy, and her sister too gets there to visit and whatnot. Her mama was being the same, nothing as no one will ever please me doing anything other in life person she's always been. Nothing is, oh, we gonna crash. I'm like, how y'all gonna crash? Walk into the car. I just don't like her mama. Her mama's who I picked it to be. Okay, an evil ass stepmother. Next up, Tim and Melissa. Girl, when I put in, goofy white man, this is what came up. Goofy. Anyway. So his mama leaving soon. She only came in for the weekend or whatever. And so they sitting around chitting chatting. This is Tim and his mama. And they was talking, but I wasn't listening because I'm thinking like, I don't care. I do know he told her how Melissa was dating other people, okay, while they were broken up, but still trying to get back together, whatever. And how both her parents feel like they should not be together. Okay, and how Melissa may not want to stay with him based on her parents not wanting them to be together, whatever. Now, his mama say, I feel like, at times you do have to date other people to see if you want to be with the person that that you're working things out with. You got to see what else is out there, okay? But if you decide to be with her, or if you decide to leave her, either way, I'll be there for you. And I'm like, he don't need to be with Melissa. He just does not at all. And tell like, oh, I don't know, Mom. Goofy voice. I don't have a job here. I'm going through my savings, whatever. I love her. I love Melissa, but I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? And I'm like, look, if it's meant to be, it'll be. I don't know what you want, but you need to make a decision if you want to be here or not. That's really on you. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to be there. But again, Tim and Melissa then go see a counselor. He brings up how, he's really been thinking about going back to the U.S. because they not married yet. He can't get no job here. He going through his money like he don't have no money. He gonna be out of money. And so his only reason for wanting to come back to the U.S. for a little bit of time is to come back, work, save some more money, and then, come back to Colombia, whatever. I had no idea you were even thinking about going back. I cannot believe, if you go back, this means that he wasn't committed, to being here. Bitch, he don't have no money. Are you going to support him if he stay here? Will you pay his bills, pay for his food, his room, and his board? Will you support him if he's here with no money and no job or whatever? Now he goes back and say she say if he goes back, I would be really uncomfortable because I don't trust him. So I feel like if he was gone, like it'll be like it may not work out between us or whatever. And the therapist then say, well, I think you should probably stay here. I say, for what? He don't have no money, and I'm like, Tim, because Tim thinks about it, but like, Tim, how you gonna be here if you can't support yourself or her? Okay, next up we have Jenny and Smith. Boom pow. Okay, now Jenny and I was so stupid. Jenny and Smith, the lockdown is over. Okay, the lockdown is over. They can be free to do whatever they need to do and whatever. So they want to go to the courthouse to get started on them getting married or getting engaged. But they need to figure out from a lawyer what their options are there, okay? Anyway, so Jenny and Smith is kind of fussing a little bit back and forth because she does not want to have to leave the country back and forth. She wants for them to get married so that way she does not have to leave the country. I think it's maybe every 6 months. So because she has a tourist visa, so on a tourist visa she can be here for 6 months and come back and forth, but she has to leave every 6 months to do this. But if she gets married, she does not have to leave at all. Jenny don't have enough money to come back and forth. Let's just say that and whatnot, okay? And so her thing is I don't want to keep leaving coming back because if I leave, within the coronavirus time, what if I can't come back? So I don't want to do that. And Summit is like, I'm saying, I feel like if they don't extend her visa, like she gonna have to live, like it's not even a thing that I can control. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and talk to the lawyer and get figured out what we're gonna do. So they talk to the lawyer man or whatever, and he explains there are two types of marriages or two types of weddings people can have. Now, what they have been trying to do or think about all this time was the Special Marriage Act, which I guess is what most people do there. He said that procedure is like long, is expensive. Now it has no religion aspect to it at all, but people can object to the marriage, which can then prolong it even more. Now, there's a quicker one, okay, but this one is quicker. It's easier. There are religious sacraments to it that has to be done during the ceremony, but also no one can legally prevent them from getting married. So his parents would not be able to stop that particular situation or whatnot. And so that makes Jenny very, very happy. And even the religious thing that goes along with it, it's not as if she would have to convert or he would, like, it's something different or whatever, but neither one of them would have to change whatever they follow and whatnot. So Jenny's happy. Why didn't I know about this? And the lawyer brings up how most people do the other one. I don't know why, but they do. But this is just another option. And she's like, I had no idea that we could pick this more simple route. Like, why would he not bring it up? I feel like on a little bit, does Submit really want to marry her? Because he lives there. How would he not know about this? How would he not bring this up? Now, Submit then tells okay, y'all want to marry you. We can do this. But I still want to talk to my parents. I still want them to approve us getting married and to be happy with it. I'm like, Submit, that's done. That's why I feel like Submit may not really want to marry Jenny. He may not want to do that. Because if you do, why would you hear this is how you can get married, this is how it can be done, and you still decide to, well, let's hold off on that and let's go get approval from my parents who has told you, no, we don't want you marrying grandma. We do not want you to do that. Okay, but he also tells her how he wants her to come with him to talk to his parents. I'm looking like I don't think it's smart. Like, they won't listen. Like, why do we have to keep going through this? Because Submit on some bullshit or whatever. But we then see Submit tell her how his brother and his brother's wife is going to come over to visit to chit chat about everything and whatnot. Now, the brother who we've seen before recently got married. Okay, he got married like right when the lockdown stuff ended. Now, Jenny did not go to the wedding or whatever, but Submit went. It was a whole family thing and whatnot because they don't like Jenny. But they sit down and they tell them, okay, guess what? We're getting engaged tomorrow. We're having a ring ceremony tomorrow. And the brother and the wife was looking like, tomorrow? Does the parents know? And they was like, well, no, we don't want to tell them because we don't want them to, try to stop it or whatever. And so I'm looking like that's just kind of dumb. Now, the brother then said, like, we never thought Jenny and Submit would even get to this place of really being together this long and like really trying to get married. And so, he like, look, we accept you and Jenny. We accept y'all as a couple or whatever. However, our parents will never accept the age difference. They just not going to accept it or whatever. And so if y'all choose to get married and be together, just know there will be consequences for that. You know what I'm saying? Our parents will probably not want to have a relationship with y'all, and that's just the way it is or whatever. And so that makes Jenny starts crying. Oh, I'm so sad. We love each other. I'm sorry about my age. I can't help it. I'm old. I can't change it. We love each other. Why can't your parents just stop being so set in their ways and accept us? I'm like, they don't want to accept y'all being together the same way y'all don't want to accept them not wanting y'all to be together. Nobody will budge on how they feel, good or bad. Now look, I don't get no fucks about Jenny and Submit banging it on out. Let them be what they gonna be. But I would not keep torturing myself for a man who is trying to get his parents' approval. to marry me. Like, at this point in time, it has been enough years of this going on to where Summit is not okay with not having his parents' blessings, and he is still more content with making them happy or forcing them to. Girl, I don't know. It's just dumb or whatever. And so she's like, I choose you, Summit, and it's not fair that we have to suffer for it. I'm like, girl, it's a lot of suffering going on right now. You up here crying about Summit doing Corona. Next up, Brittany and Yazin. Lord. So Brittany drunk, okay? Brittany drunk or whatever. Her homegirl is outside the club waiting on Yazin to pull up and get him and whatnot. And so drunk Brittany get in the car or whatever. He realized she's drunk because he said she smells like she's drunk. I'm like, 'cause she's been drinking or whatever. Anyway, he said, but I'm not gonna cause no fight. I'm not gonna fuss her about being drunk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna also not talk to her about what I'm going through. I'm gonna leave that beef right now, okay? But he do want to take her to see the barbershop where he worked. Now, I don't know if he owns it or if he just worked there, but he took her to the shop or whatever and let her see it. And oh my God, this is nice. This is nice. I like this. I can do hair in here. No, don't do that. Anyway, drunk breathing in. So, you know what? You should let me do your hair. He's like, wait, do my hair? She's like, yeah, sit down. Girl sits him down, put a whole cape on him or whatever. And she's like, I'm going to cut your hair. He's like, nah, that's not gonna happen, not today or whatever. But they hugging it on out, laughing it on out. I guess having a good time, drunk and all. And then, you know, the friend looking like this is a whole 180 from where she was a couple hours. Like, oh, it's so weird how they be fussing and fighting, and then, you know, now they all up like, what's going on? So she encourages them like, y'all need to talk, okay? Y'all can't be just ignoring what's going on. Like, y'all have to, you know, chit chat about it or whatever. So Brittany brings up, you know, look, I just want you to know, you know what I'm saying, that I need us to be on the same page, okay? And, you know, I just don't want us, you know, thinking different things or whatever. So I just want to know if we can possibly still be together, but date for like a year before getting married. Give me a year and then let's get married. And he like, oh, well, you know, I want to be with you. So, you know, okay, I can wait a year to get married. And I'm like, oh, that was easy or whatnot. And so she said, you know, okay, that's cool. Because he said, yeah, but he always would tell me, yeah. And then later on, he'll change his mind because of his family or whatever. So I want to see action behind him agreeing to wait a whole year. Boom. Next day, he invited her to the apartment he's living in, that he's gotten for them to live in together or whatever. Even though he makes it clear, I have a whole 2-bedroom, so that way I have a room and she has a room and we're not sleeping together or whatever. And then she come over, oh, this is nice. This is okay. This is nice. I mean, it was nice for where, you know, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad or whatever. So he then explains, like, look, you know I told yesterday that I was willing to wait a year, but I don't want to have my God angry and upset with me, so I can't wait a whole year. You know what I'm saying? I really wish we could get married in a month. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wait because I don't want God mad at me. And she's like, you know what? I appreciate you being honest about what you're willing to, you know, not put up with. So you know what I'm saying? Do you still want me to convert to Islam? And he says, well, no. You know, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing, you know, there's nothing saying that I cannot marry someone who's a Christian. Like, that's just, you know, it's not like it's against the rules or whatever. And, you know, I want to get married in a month. So she's happy that he don't want to rush things. She still says how she doesn't want to get married that fast or whatever, because they have all these other issues to address before getting married. So they're at least both having, I guess, a nice conversation or whatever. So she also brings up, I need you to be honest with your family about what we doing. You can't just be telling me one thing and then have them think something else, and then there's a whole fuss and fight thing going on between us all. And then because he can't explain to her, one, that a daddy want to kill him, but how dangerous it is for him within his culture to deal with her because of everything else. So he said, I'm going to get a translator so that way I can say to you in my, you know, my language what I need to say, and there's no, you know, miscommunication or whatever. And I'm like, that's smart. That's very, very smart. But he could have just easily said, like, my daddy want to kill me for being with you because he feel like I am disrespecting him. That's what I would have said. My daddy want me dead. He wants to kill me dead. He wants to be my murderer. And lastly, girl, Ari and Benny. This is what I feel like Ariel is. Anyway, so she's still being a brat. Being a whole brat and upset that Benny went to work last night. Girl, bye. But it's not. It's the next day. It's the daytime. Everybody woke. And guess what he at? He's there with them, walking around town, showing them around. He wants to impress her people. You know what I'm saying? So, let me show you our life here. Okay? And so, the dad like, oh my God. You know, he's just shocked to see the town. Okay? The country or whatever. It looks so underdeveloped. You know? It's just, you know, where can the grandbaby go out and play? I'm looking like anywhere. What are other kids outside? Okay, girl. Anyway, but your daughter chose to be here. Like no one forced her to move to Ethiopia. No one forced that. No one. Okay. So, they stop like in like a little market area or whatever to see, you know, different things or whatever. And it's like a little chicken killing, plucking place or whatever. So Benny, like, I wanted to show them, like, look, we can get fresh food. Like okay, we want that chicken right there. Now the chicken kind of gets loose and Benny catches him real quick, caught him or whatever, and then like, okay, we're gonna get this one. The mama and Ari are flipping out because the dude is about to, like, you know, kill the chicken. But that's what you do. No, don't do no, don't do that. And I'm like, Benny said, but you eat chicken. Like, you do know they kill the chicken, but not in front of me. Look, turn around. But at this point in time, Ari has been complaining to her parents about Benny always being at work. He's, you know, it was more fun when she was there visiting versus her living here, you know what I'm saying? And that was so difficult because she's always by herself. And you know what I'm saying? I just, you know, it's just weird for him to, like, just leave sometime and not tell me where he's going. I'm like, bitch, he's going to work, okay? And her mom's like, oh, you know, you need to take her out more. They can't afford that shit, okay? He can't afford to be out here taking her out. Like, she has to admit or understand, like, right now, it's gonna be a little bit hard, but you chose to move to Ethiopia or whatever, okay? And the mama then said, you need to tell her when you're leaving work. But where else is he? It's frustrating because she knew his situation before she went there. She then went and now she's complaining about everything that she knew will be a thing. She keeps saying, I'm very supportive of being a baby and it's work. No, you're not. You really are not, because you don't want him to do anything unless you know exactly what he's doing, exactly where he is, and then you don't want him gone for a long amount of time. Girl, bye. The fact that she then said, I know me and Benny agreed that we would not talk about our issues to my parents. However, I'm happy to be able to talk about our issues with them. I'm like, oh, this bitch right here. This gets on my damn nerves. So they then take the parents to their apartment so the parents can see what they say at now. Now, Benny brings up how for him, this place is luxurious. Like, this is the best, fanciest place he's ever lived at. You know, it's a small apartment, but it's an apartment, okay? It is probably one of the nicer places for someone who comes from, you know, someone like Benyam or whatever. Her mama, her daddy, and her, oh, this is not suitable for us. Like, this is not where, you know, my daughter and grandchild should be growing up, whatever. It's too small. They need something bigger. Who gonna pay for it? They're staying somewhere they can afford to live, okay? They're not staying there because, oh, we can afford better, but let's stay here. No, that's what they can afford. So the mama and they said, well, how much does Benny make, like, per month or per week? And like, they're asking him about his finance or whatever, because maybe we can help if we know what he make. I'm like, no, either say we'll pay this amount based on supporting our daughter. Can you pay whatever else? So, like, my thing is, Benny and finances ain't their business, because I already know, maybe, I don't know, but I feel like them wanted to know what he make so they can then pick somewhere for them to live that they feel good with. That, for what? For what? And he explains how, when I go to work, I can make $400 a night. I can make $500 or whatever. I don't make a set amount. It just depends. Does Biniam need to get a regular, steady paying job, considering he's like the sole provider for the baby and her? Yes, he should. But again, your damn daughter fucked the dude on vacation, got pregnant, and then moved to his country. That's on her. If she now has to live in poverty, that's on her. Or she can get a job and she can add to their income, but don't try and put all the money things on Biniam now. So now he has to be, no. If they can afford that apartment, live there. That's what they can afford. Leave it the fuck be. So the following day, her parents and his siblings all meet up. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole family meal or whatever. Now, the mom then asked the sisters, well, how have they been communicating and whatever was going on? And they like, Ari gets mad too damn fast. Like, she's always mad and fussing. Well, I'm just always wondering, like, where he is and what he's doing. They like, it's just not normal for a woman to always be fussing and yelling at their man here. Like, usually, it'll be a conversation, or we'll go to the man's parents, and the parents will talk to him, but it's not a yelling match where y'all out in the streets and she just fussing and just having a fit for nothing or whatever. That ain't what we do. I know my daughter, if she's having a fit, it's usually for a reason, because she's a fucking spoiled brat baby, and y'all did it. I blame you and your husband or whatever. Y'all did not check her when she was younger, when y'all should have, and now the other adults are calling her out on her bullshit of being childish. Y'all feel as if, oh my god, they're judging her. Shut the fuck up. No, they're being truthful as adults about your childish ass child and whatnot. And I get she had a baby and her emotions are all over the place, but she is an entitled brat. Period. Okay. Anyway, when I'm alone here, I don't have any family. Like, y'all really feel like, see where I'm coming from. No, Ari, I don't care, because you chose to live in Ethiopia or whatever. So they then bring up the whole kid being baptized. I guess she had not told her parents about that yet. So her parents, what? He's gonna be baptized? I didn't know that. I can't believe that. Well, Biniam said, like, he really, really wants it, but I also feel like he doesn't want it. His family wants it, and he is like, he doesn't care. He's like, no. Like, it's important to me to have my son baptized. And the fact that the sister is like, why are you going back on what you agreed to do? Like, it's for our culture, it's for our religion, and for us, no baptism means the baby will go to hell. Well, I told you, Biniam, if you ever, said that, if anyone ever brought up hell in my child, I would leave you. And she said, you sound just like his ex. You really, oh my god, are you gonna let her talk to my dad? And he was like, and the sister then said, we ain't said shit wrong. Like, we have not been like rude about it, but you do sound like his ex. And I'm like, The mama feel like, they ganging up on her. They only support Biniam. They need to support her too, because she doesn't have anyone to talk to there. She better call you, because the same way that you sit up here making excuses for her, because you are her family. They are his family. Ari is a spoiled brat. And that's it. Okay, and that was the whole episode. I'm over it or whatever. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.